Shalom Aleichem. Thank you tonight for coming. We wish to teach tonight from the testimony of Yeshua. It says in Revelation 12:17 that the true remnant are those who keep the commandments of Elohim and the testimony of Yeshua. So we need to understand the commandments and the testimony of Yeshua and the message of the will of the Father that Yeshua left to us. See, it is no longer a day in which we can be ignorant of the will of the Father, of the expectations of the Father, and what He expects of us in our work of service towards accomplishing and the fulfillment of His will. We are workers. That is, we are those who take the will, having understood and having knowledge of the will of the Father, and appropriate it to fulfill the purpose in which Yahuwah has revealed Himself through His Messiah, Yeshua. So let us turn to Matthew 5 and 9. And we will be reading this from the Hebrew Basar of Matthew, where it says in the Hebrew, Ishrei Rodafe Shalom Shabini Elohim Yikrahu. Let me say that again. Ishrei Rodafe Shalom Shabini Elohim Yikrahu. Now let me translate this. It says prosperous or happy is those pursuing peace, for they shall be called sons of Elohim. Now the word Rodafe comes from the Hebrew Radaf. Radaf means to pursue, to chase, to follow after, to hound, to hunt down. This is a very aggressive term. It tells us that we should pursue. See, when you're pursuing something, the expectation in that pursuit is to obtain what you are pursuing, or to fulfill what you are pursuing. To chase. If you're chasing something, that means you want to catch it. Okay. Now, if you're chasing something and don't want to catch it, then you're just wasting your time chasing. You have no purpose in the chase. We are people of purpose. To hound. Okay. That means to chase and never turn away from that chase. Never take a break from that chase. But it is a pattern of lifestyle that is constant and consistent, with the expectation that in this constancy and persistence, you're going to obtain what you are hounding. To hunt down. You go out and you want to hunt for deer. Well, your objective is to come home with a deer. So what I want you to understand is those that pursue peace are those who pursuing for the purpose of obtaining, or for the purpose of producing. And it is these who are pursuing peace for the purpose of obtaining, not just to decorate themselves with fancy speech and religious aesthetics, who talk about peace, but in many cases only produce war. See? We talk about peace. The carnal-minded man, he talks about peace, but the first opportunity he gets, he's over in Iraq or in Iran or in Libya, unjustly so, killing people. This is a false pursuit of peace. It's an illusion. You don't obtain peace through destructive means. You attain peace through positive means. to gaining compliance, to gaining agreement with your enemy. Okay? So we want to be those who pursue peace for the purpose, or rather for a redemptive purpose. You see? Now let me explain who the pursuers of peace are and what the pursuing of peace actually means. The pursuers of peace are those who appropriate the Basora, the holy commandments, for the purpose of reconciling man to Elohim. You understand what I'm saying? Paul said in 2 Corinthians 5:18-19 that Elohim has committed unto us the word of reconciliation. Okay? When two people are opposed to one another, and then someone comes to mediate that opposition, his objective is to bring reconciliation through a peaceful agreement, through finding a means of bringing forth a non-oppositional stance between the two and bringing forth a peaceful position between the two. To reconcile means to create peace between two opposing parties, to remove strife or contempt. Therefore, we have a purpose. That purpose is shown to us in the words of the apostles, the words of Yeshua, to bring forth reconciliation of man with Elohim through the good news of the kingdom. To pursue peace, therefore, is to deny the flesh and its Yetzer Hara, evil inclination. Why is that? Saul said that the carnal mind is enmity with Elohim. That means oppositional towards Elohim. That the carnal mind cannot please Elohim. That the carnal mind opposes the law, the commandments of Elohim. It opposes it.